Welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today we got a fun one. I mean, everyone's seen this movie. There's no way that somebody in the world has not seen Despicable Me. Welcome back to Robert's Reviews. Today we got a fun one. I mean, everyone's seen this movie. There's no way that somebody in the world has not seen Despicable Me. Despicable Me was made in 2010. 2010! Oh, only 10 more years left of Steve Carell films to get through. We can do this. I do have a quick announcement before we get right into the film, and that is that I have decided that starting on November 19th, I'm going to be releasing my top 8 favorite films of all time. There are some stipulations. Number 1, they're not going to include MCU films. And that is because I've already done a lot of reviews, and also I think it's kind of a cop-out because that's not fair because they have such a good budget and, they're in a different league, Like, you can't say that, if somebody asked me what my favorite movie was, I'd probably say Spider-Man Homecoming because I watch it, once a week. And that's not really fair because I just love Spider-Man. So, it's not fair that other films don't have the chance to be my favorite film. And a lot of them are independent. Some of them are a little bit more known. I'm really excited. I haven't figured out the whole top 8 yet. I know the top 3 for sure. So I'm really excited. I'm not going to announce them. I'm just going to release them so to keep you guys in suspense. So I hope you guys enjoy those when they come out. But yeah, let's get right into Despicable Me. I mean, everyone's seen this movie, right? Raise your hand if you've seen it. I can't see you, but I'm assuming you're all raising your hand. Despicable Me is a movie that I grew up with. I was 9 when they released this film. I watch it. I'm sad to say I watch this movie at least once a year. But it's just so good. It's just a movie that, you can sit back, you can, literally just, 2 weeks ago, I had this movie on when I was trying to fall asleep, and I just couldn't sleep, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to throw on Despicable Me, I'll laugh for about 20 minutes, and then I'll turn it off and fall asleep. I'm getting a phone call. It doesn't seem important, I'm not going to answer it. But it was directed by Pierre Coffin and Chris Renaud, and it was written. Did I say direct? It was directed by Pierre Coffin and Chris Renaud. I don't know if I said directed or written, but it was directed, and it was written by Cinco Paul and Ken Dario. Sorry, I was distracted. My phone kept buzzing. I hate when they do that to me. Really, really well done. This movie is fantastic. I'll give you a brief overview for those of you who haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, what is wrong with you? Wow. Go watch it. It's not on Netflix anymore, but it was a week ago. It's pretty cheap. You can find it anywhere. Just watch it. It's really funny. It's good for all ages. It's not just a kid movie, which is what I love about some particular animations. Particularly, I think this is made by Universal. Particularly Universal stuff. I can watch Shrek and love it every time. It doesn't matter how old I am. Shrek's great, right? Same with Despicable Me. They're just so good at making instant classics. And also franchises. I've seen the second one once, and I have not seen the third one, and I have not seen Minions. So we'll do that sort of in the near future. So look out for that as well. Essentially what happens is a villain named Gru is trying to do something really big to show his mom that he's a good villain, but also because another guy named Vector just stole the Pyramid of Giza, and Gru's like, I can do better than that, so he tries to steal the moon. In order to do that, he needs to steal the shrink ray, which Vector has. So, he tries to get into the building, and Vector's like, no, you can't get in here, ha ha ha. And so he's like, oh, that's sad. But then Vector lets in the girl selling cookies. So, Gru decides he's going to adopt the children. So he adopts the children, and that way he can make cookie robots that the girls then sell to Vector, so that way the cookie robots can help him steal the shrink ray. But what he doesn't expect is that he's going to fall in love with these kids and really want to be a father and be a good guy. And this movie is all about the change from being a supervillain and being a superhero. And it really is like quite a cool film because I think a lot of people have tried to make a film like this. It just hasn't quite worked. This one works better than most. And I think it's because all the cliche movies that kind of sort of follow the same sort of pattern, the love interest is always like a male and a female. Like it's always like a love interest. This is a father daughter interest, which makes it just a whole new level because there's something about a father son and a father daughter and a mother daughter and a mother son relationship that's so tight. Sometimes even tighter than a partner. And it really shows that all Gru really wants is to be a good father for these kids. And I think that's where we pick up in Despicable Me 2. But honestly, I don't remember. I haven't seen the movie in forever. I haven't seen it since it came out, and that must have been, 2012 maybe? But this will be a short video for you guys. The next one will probably be a little bit longer. But I really did enjoy this movie. And of course, we have to talk about the one actor that I really want to talk about in this film, Steve Carell. Again, it's animated, so I'm not going to talk about it for too long, just simply because there's no reason to if it's animated. It's just voice acting, which, don't get me wrong, voice acting is extremely difficult. But there's not much I can really comment on except for their voices, and that's not really giving me much to work on. But I'm watching this movie because it has Steve Carell in it. As I mentioned on my first video that I was going to be doing every Steve Carell film, I am still holding myself to that, and I am pushing through. I have to watch Dinner for Schmucks tomorrow. But yeah, this movie is like really solid, and Steve Carell did fine in it. I mean, he's got this accent. It's almost a Shrek accent, which gets me a little curious for what Universal's doing down there. But really, really solid. I mean, you almost can't tell it's Steve Carell because when you listen to Steve Carell, you're like, that kind of sounds like Gru, but if he didn't have the accent, it's not Gru. And he really brings that to life. And I think this movie maybe has a little bit. There's a couple lines that they don't sound like the accent's being in place, which is totally fine. It's voice acting. It doesn't really matter. It's particularly if it's a children's movie. People are still going to love it. People are still going to watch it. It's not going to make a difference because really what you're looking for in a movie that's animated is a physical look. You're not really selling the voice. You're selling the physical look of the character because there's something you can do with computer generated stuff that you can't really do with yourself, like the long nose that Gru has and the weird shaped head that he has. It's just something you can do with animation that you can't do in real life. So with that, I am going to give this movie an A. It's not an A plus because I'm getting older and it's not the same that it used to be. That being said, it's a fun movie to watch when it's late at night and you have nothing else to do and you don't really want to pay attention to something. And for those of you who haven't seen this movie, I really honestly have no idea how you haven't seen this movie yet. Just do it. I mean, it's a movie that I think everyone should have watched by now. Not because of the content, but just because it's such a fun movie to watch. It's a fun movie to watch with friends. I've watched this movie with a lot of my friends actually. Ooh, crack my back. Excuse me. It's just a really fun movie. I think you all should just go watch it. All right, just go watch it. Cool. Well, with that, that's about all I have for you today. It's a little bit of shorter of a video. And make sure you join the Facebook group because that is where I'm going to be announcing a lot of stuff. I share my links there. I have interactive polls there sometimes. I'm going to have a couple more of those coming out in the near future. So I really want to have everyone participate there. So make sure you do that. If I don't know you, it's still fine. Just join anyway. All right. I trust you guys. So the Facebook group is in the link description below. Make sure you subscribe because I know a lot of you that watch my videos are not subscribed, and that confuses me. Because just subscribe. It's an easy button to press. You press the button, and I just get happier. And there's nothing wrong with pressing the button. Nothing negative for you happens if you press the button. It's all good things. It's all good vibes, right? It's all good vibes. And with that, keep watching movies, and I'll see you guys in the next video.